Hello everyone, myself Sumagla Biradar. In previous video we learned about entity authentication. Entity authentication here used for which purpose? To provide the security. The security is based on the randomness. So that randomness is generated using the what it is, if it is maybe based on the deterministic generator or it may be based on the non-deterministic generator. Once again in the non-deterministic generator you are having the two types. One is hardware based, another one is the software based. In hardware based you require the specialized hardware to generate the randomness, whereas in the software you require the software inside. It is rely on computing devices of the software here. Next is deterministic generators. This basic model of deterministic generator. So it is an algorithm. Deterministic generator is an algorithm and it provides a bit string that has no apparent structure. So what are the output you will get? No, that output is the pseudo random bit string here and it is having no structure at all. The output of this deterministic generator is certainly not randomly generated. It is not certainly generated. Why? Because if anyone who knows the information that is input to the deterministic generator can completely predict the output. So it is very simple. Here you are using the algorithm. For that algorithm, what are the input you will give? Based on that input you will get the output as a random number here. So this input, if it is guessed by the others, then it is easy to predict the next random number here. So this is the example here. Seed is the input. So that seed input is what it is. In the cryptography you can take seed as a key here because you require the security for the input. Once if anyone guess what is the input, then they can predict what is the output here. With the help of this input they can easily predict your output here. Okay. So that is what, if the input to the determinist generator is secret, then with careful design of the generation process, generated output will have no apparent structure here. It is not a apparent, it is not structured here. Okay. So if those appear to have been randomly generated to anyone who does not know the secret input, this is preciously the idea behind the deterministic generator. So here idea is what it is, that input itself is very secret here. So with the help of that secret you can generate a unpredictable output here. Okay. So but if this input is guessed then it is not a unpredictable. Easily it can be predicted by anyone if they know the input here. So here in the deterministic generator, seed is your input. You have to provide the security for the seed. So next you have to use the generator. Generator is the algorithm. So this algorithms you are using for which purpose? To take the input and to generate the output of the random here. So this generator may be the any encryption algorithm or it may be the any algorithm which generates the output of the random here. So this is about your deterministic generators. So next, this deterministic generators are very cheap to implement and fast to run here. And even if you take the two identical pseudo-random outputs can produce in two different locations. That outputs may be produced different in different locations here. So now it is cheap and fast also, but drawback here it is what it is. So if seed is known, then it is easily guess the what is the output here. Now see the properties of non-deterministic and deterministic generators. Non-deterministic generators are close to truly randomly generated output and deterministic generators are pseudo-random output here. Pseudo-random means what it is? It is not fully random here. Partially random output it generates. Whereas this non-deterministic generators, it generates the truly random here. Pure random generated output you will get from the non-deterministic generators. And randomness from physical source. What are the randomness you will get? That it is depends on the specialized hardware. Whereas in deterministic generator, this randomness is from a short random seed, that input here. Okay. And random source is hard to replicate here. So replicating of the specialized hardware is very difficult here, but it random source easily to replicate here because it is the input is what it is. It is the input is of cryptographic key and that key may be replicated here. So security depends on protection of source here. So if your hardware source is, if you are protected, it is secure. But here security is depends on protection of seed. For the input, if you give the security, no, it depends on that thing here. It is relatively expensive and it is relatively cheap, because here you have to purchase the specialized hardware, that's why it is expensive. And here it is what, just an algorithm. For writing that algorithm is not a require more cost here. So now see what are the weakness of a deterministic generator. Cryptanalysis of the generator, as I told earlier. So cryptanalysis, so from the cryptanalysis it is easy to attack by. It is having the weakness, so the attacks, it can, now it is not resist against the different types of the attacks here. So now here hackers, what is they will do, they will try to guess the key. If once they guess the key, no, then that seed is your okay key. If it is known, then it is easy for the hackers to predict what is the output here. And seed management here. Seed management, it is now here once again the same thing. So what are the input you will take? No, that cryptographic key must be how to, okay, securely you have to share between the sender and the receiver, and that key whatever you are using, no, same key if you are used for the different inputs, okay, then for the data what are the output you'll get to, it will get as a same here. That's why, so you have to frequently change the input of the, that is the seed also. So these are the weakness of deterministic generators. Is it clear now? Okay, thank you.